With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, trackside. Once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the Performance Motorsports Truck Series fires things off for the final time before we set our championship drivers for the showdown next Monday night at Texas Motor Speedway. But it's all about under the lights here tonight from Phoenix Raceway, and the Sun Devil 150 drivers are gonna try to tackle this tricky little track here tonight. We'll see who gets the checkered flag starting top of the speed charts with their pole position. Once again, third week in a row now, Justin Gand gonna grab the pole position. We're gonna get set to head trackside, but before we do, how you doing? How you feeling? Out there in TV land, race fans, glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, bringing you all the calls from trackside. Speaking of trackside, camera starting to have A lot of fans in the stands standing up, ready to roll here tonight. So we're going to transition and start to bring us a little closer to the track. And noticeably here tonight, some championship heavyweights not in the field. Gonna be interesting to see how the points play out. We're gonna look at it. John Wimbish officially eliminated from championship contention. Mike Rominger also out of your playoffs. Jerry Cochran Jr. in the field here tonight. Jerry Jr. gonna have to try to figure something out. 35 points behind the cutoff line. He's gonna need a good run. We'll see if he gets it done. And as the music fades, we'll begin to head to the front stretch here. As drivers begin to line up and await a word from the pace car. There you can see all these trucks down there on pit road. So a light field, we are missing some championship contenders. JC3, Jerry Cochran III, not in the field here tonight. As well as Bailey Dutton. Bailey Dutton not in the field here tonight. So Dutton going to drop back, but not giving up much, all but assured a spot in that great 8, your championship 8. We're going to bust it down from 12 to 8 drivers with a chance at it next Monday night at Texas Motor Speedway. But who's going to capture the final playoff flag before championship night? See who's got the speed under the lights here tonight. Track going to be pretty grippy. 88 degrees. So a lot of grip in the track. And there you can see as drivers begin to roll off of pit road, we're going to go ahead and drop your starting lineup, starting with your Performance Motorsports Pole Award winner behind the wheel of that number 30 machine, back in action at the front. Justin Gann will lead us to the green flag. Todd Cray just to his outside. Gary May, Lee Campbell back in row 2. McGregor and Cochran Jr. in row number 3. Row number 4, Nick Hunt and John McMillan Jr. filled out by that 69 of Larry Poling. That's going to be it for your short field here tonight as drivers set, ready to go. Into the restart zone we roll. Music will disappear and we will go green flag racing here from Phoenix. Gotta talk about it already. You can see Justin Gann really dipping down on that dog leg, almost clipping pit exits wall on the inside. We're going to keep our eyes on that. Driver's going to be trying to get all they can out of it each and every lap. We're going to stay right here at the front. Pole sitter still truck length and half. Out of 4, out of 3. I'm not even sure what you call it here. We got turns 1, 2, and 3 in a dog leg. Or 1 and 2 in a dog leg. I don't even know anymore. Stacked up at the front, Todd Cray looking for more, wanting a position. Let's go on board. On board of that monochrome, number 21 machine chasing down teammate Todd Cray. Yet another chance at a race win, and Cray has been kept out of victory lane this season. Only 2 race wins so far this season, dominated in that winner's column by his teammates. Again, looking for his 4th. The tying up Bailey Dutton with just 1 more race to decide who's the winningest driver. And I don't know. I'll give up all the race wins for that hardware. Crown me champion, and I'll take it home. Just saying. You can have all the individual trophies you want. Crown me the king, and I'll be about my business. Off of the corner, back down towards the start-finish line. We're going to cross the line this time around. Still out front, Justin Gann. Gannon Cray have stepped away, but we want to take a look just for a moment here. No, we're going to stay with the battle for the race lead. Todd Cray down to the inside now, hugging that yellow line. Tiptoeing through the tulips on the bottom, looking for the drive off. Momentum paying off for the high side. Gann going to keep that top spot as we cross the line. Lap number 5 going to be completed, and we'll drop that timing and scoring. Back over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you find it and follow along with your favorite driver in the field here tonight. Craig going to step back, regroup, reevaluate the situation. Now back to a 4-truck battle, side by side. The 14 and the 15 are going to go at it. '71 of McGregor, he's looking for a good, solid night here tonight. McGregor coming into tonight's race, sitting in 5th, comfortably inside of that top 8 with a chance at the championship. But you want to kind of build a little bit of momentum if you can before we step off into championship night next Monday night at Texas Motor Speedway. Contact outside wall, the Cat 71. And if you don't know, all you got to do is ask somebody. We're going to go on board now. No, boys, let's go. There it is. The Caterpillar 71. The Cat. Okay. Yeah. We're going to go on. Lee Campbell now under fire from Todd McGregor. John McMillan Jr. able to get that Canadian-sponsored 15 machine. Headed in the right direction. Going to try to track down Todd Cray for second as we've got a 3-truck battle for fourth. How about Gary May coming up into the picture here? May down 2 spots from where he qualified here tonight. But it does look to have a decent amount of speed underneath that 5 machine. We'll see if he can get headed to the front. And she may think my tractor's sexy, but Nick Hunt thinks it's fast. The John Deere 00. Looking for a little more, kind of stagnant right here in the 7th position, right where he qualified. Now looking to the inside of Gary May, not going to make it by the center of the corner. Fall in line. Down the long old front stretch, now possibly, no, old back stretch, now front stretch, middle stretch. I'm not sure what they call it at Phoenix anymore. Lap number 11 on the board. Been a changing of the guard at the front. Todd Cray stepping away. The 21 machine going to take the top spot, become the new race leader here in the Sun Devil 150 for the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. Out off the corner now, battling for second position. Let's take it back here. We got some action. Here comes that 15. A brother from above the border, John McMillan Jr. 6 positions to the front so far here tonight. Started back in 8th, now running in 2nd. Looking to track down Todd Cray after making short work of your pole sitter. McMillan Jr. Looks like he's got some pace last time around. Mirroring race leader's time on the stopwatch, 27:72 for both Todd Cray and John McMillan Jr. So there is some speed built behind that Canadian-sponsored 15 Chevy Silverado. Field dominated here tonight by the bow ties. Just one Toyota Tundra in the field, and it looks like he's getting eaten up right now. The 14 Goodyear-sponsored truck of Lee Campbell going to take over the 3rd position now as your pole sitter starts to slide to the back. Todd McGregor now looking for a little bit more. I tell you what, let's go. Do we got the nose camera? There we go. Nice little look here. And you can just see how much Justin Ginn is struggling right now. Your pole sitter absolutely lightning quick, but has been struggling since about lap 7 or 8. That's when Gann's been having his issues. That's when he's been began this fall to the rear. Now McMillan Jr. as well as Todd McGregor, they're going to get a little forceful out there, beating and banging, rubbing his racing boys 3 wide as we head back to the corner. Gann with a big run, but here comes Gary May. Great launch off of the last corner exit. Carried the momentum all the way down the front stretch, back down into turn number 1 through. Getting to pick up a little bit of pace. Meanwhile, out front, checked out, gone it away. Back the bags, boys, we're heading to Texas. Todd Cray looking to 2-step his way. A little further south. What is it? Where are we, guys? Where are we, guys? About, what is it, about 7 hours, actually? About 7 or 8 hours away from Texas Motor Speedway from right here tonight, so a little bit of a short commute. But Todd Cray may elect to hang out here. Hit up a few of the night spots there in Phoenix, just down the road. See how he feels a little bit later on here tonight. Meanwhile, let's take a look a little further back through the field. Let's get back to the action on the track. Lap number 19 on the board as the 15 now under fire from Todd McGregor. McMillan Jr. and McGregor going to go at it for the final position on the podium. Justin Gann, pole sitter, going to fall back behind him. Now 4.3 seconds back. Gann definitely struggling with this mid-run pace. So everybody chasing after the man that started outside pole position. Todd Cray out front showing the way. 2.8 second advantage over the 14 machine of Lee Campbell. Let's go give this man some props and some credit, man. Can we get a little closer to that 14, guys? Let's get a little closer. There it is, right there. This man started back in the 4th position, up 2 spots now, sitting in 2nd, but I want to talk about his runs as of late. I don't think there's a more improved driver over the course of these past 3 weeks. Really, when the championship started, that's when we seen a little bit of a light switch. Right? We seen Lee Campbell turn up the heat, raise the bar. And he's been stringing together solid top 5 finishes week after week. Coming into tonight's race, with a 77% finishing percentage of inside of the top 10, knocking on the door of a 20% finishing inside of the top 5. So he's been at the front. He knows how to get the job done. Will he be able to run down Todd Cray at the front while keeping McMillan Jr. behind? So a very long way to go here tonight as we'll cross the line this time around. Lap number 25 going to go on the board with 125 remaining. Here in the Sun Devil 150, you're watching the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. Campbell not able to close in on Cray at the front for the moment. Looks like Todd Cray going to open up the gap at the front of the field, now knocking on the door of a 4-second advantage. McMillan Jr. unable to close the distance on Campbell. For the moment, let's head back to our closest battle on the racetrack. Then we see that John Deere 00. Trying to make some headway. Justin Ginn just out front, hanging on to that final position inside of the top 5, but Ginn a little bit lackluster, right? Started pole position, lights out speed, and happy hour, as well as qualifying for the past. What has it been, guys? Can we double check that? Let's double check that really quick. See if we can't get you some accurate figures. Don't want to get into that. Take these out there. Out of the last 5 races, Justin Ginn has had 4 pole positions and walked away with, I believe it's going to be 3 victories. Two victories, we apologize. 2 victories in the past 5 weeks with 4 pole positions. The man behind the wheel of the Tundra. He's been quick, he's been fast, he knows how to get it done, but right now just struggling here in Phoenix. And maybe trying something a little different, right? I mean, not much to lose for the man that came into tonight's race, leading in the championship chase standings. Only by 4 points, but Bailey Dutton not in the field here tonight. John McMillan Jr. running in third for the moment. He'll have an opportunity to be close to the leapfrog over Gann, but it's all going to get reset for next week at Texas, so it really doesn't matter. Throw the kitchen sink at it with the setup. Justin Gann may have missed the mark. Hunt all over him, looking for position. Not quite going to make it just yet. We're going to head back behind him, the battle right behind Gannon Hunt. May and Cochran Jr. going to go at it, trying to swap and trade positions. That's going to be 7th and 8th on the racetrack. Battle dissipates. Let's go back here. Nick Hunt really made a run on Justin Gann last time around, and can Gann somehow stop the bleeding? I mean, from 1st to 5th, you might be able to recover, but now dropping back to 6th, over 9.5 seconds back. Man, I don't know. Unless they are on some crazy wild. Did I say crazy or wild strategy? I'm seeing at least 3 stops here tonight. I don't think you're going to be able to get it done with 2. But could we possibly be seeing Justin Gann maybe go that direction? Looking at the speed charts, he's about 0.3 of a lap slower. Or 0.3 of a second slower a lap, I should say. He's giving up a ton of time right here, but if he can somehow, if you could stretch this to a 2-stop race instead of a 3-stop, you're gonna make up a ton of track time. Just the pit stop alone is going to run you about 45 seconds on and off pit road. Lapping around here, still under 30 seconds for the moment. 28:18 for the race leader Todd Cray. Fresh tire time 27:17. Fastest lap of the race also belonging to Todd Cray. So with the tire fall off, if you can somehow manage the fuel and make it a 2-stop race, man, show me the money. write the check, put it in the bank. And really, if you are Justin Gann right now, really, and we're not gonna harp on this too long, and we've got green flag pit stops underway. John McMillan Jr. gonna head to pit road. The number 15 machine gonna head down pit road, out of a podium position for his first pit stop. This is really gonna tell us how this pit cycle is gonna go. Already over that 45-second mark. Down and away, out, getting back up to speed, so we're looking at about 53 seconds now. The pit road Delta race leader Todd Gray gonna make his way down pit road, but with pit stops coming so early for both McMillan Jr. as well as Todd Gray, I don't see Gann being able to stretch it. It's a lap 75. I mean, we're talking another 35 laps. McMillan Jr. to pit road on lap number 37. So you're doubling the fuel mileage. Do you know how much fuel that you're going to have to save? So it doesn't look like the two-stopper is going to be feasible. Todd McGregor going to become our newest driver to pit road. Looks like Nick Hunt starting to step away just a little bit on Justin Gann, who's going to regain a podium position. But only sitting in third still. Over 5 seconds behind. I mean, for Gann to be so far off pace right now, and I truly hate to talk about it this way, because it is a strategy play. It is a great call. But man, I just, you're gonna have to run so slow. It's so slow. You're not gonna pick it up much more than this. Running lap time still underneath that 29-second bracket, 28.75 last time around. For Gann, still a tenth slower than Lee Campbell, race leader behind the wheel of that Goodyear number 14 machine out front, showing the way. Just about a quarter of the way through here tonight, and could that be the strategy? Could we be seeing possibly Gann looking at coming to pit road? Woo! Fresh tires. Oh my God. Did you see Todd Gray go flying by? Good God. That's fresh tires for you. Got your four freshies feeling like Superman, and Todd Gray flies by. Could we be seeing maybe that 50-lap mark? Could that be what these drivers are eyeballing? Maybe a lap 51, just to give you a little bit of breathing room. That's putting you back onto pit road right around lap 100, 101. Will you be able to have enough to the end? We're going to find out here as the 14 going to give up the race lead. Justin Gann going to reassume the top spot back out front. The OG doing it again. Justin Gann going to lead the field. And how about flex, a little bit of flex on him, right? Toyota flexing here. Only one in the field walk away with the pole position. Walking away with a handful of laps. Ledkin Gann sealed the deal. Long way to go here tonight as drivers close in on 100 laps remaining. The Sun Devil 150. The 82 of Jerry Cochran Jr. working his way off of pit lane. He's going to get back up to speed, join a slew of drivers that have been trapped one lap down as Gann continues to stretch this initial green flag run, getting the most out of the fuel cell, that's for sure. Gary May, yet the only other driver to hit pit road with him. So those two guys right there, really changing the dynamics, really changing what some of these drivers may be thinking about for the rest of tonight's race. I mean, Todd Cray back on the lead lap, 13 seconds back. And will the time be too much? We're starting to look at it here. Again, may come back out, saving about 20 seconds. But there it is. That 50 lap mark. Again, get a peel for pit road. Gary May gonna join him. The 5 to pit road as well. The Performance Motorsports number 5 machine to pit lane. So we'll rejoin the monochrome number 21 machine of Todd Craze. He's going to reclaim the top spot. It's all a matter of certainty, right? There it is. Todd Craze, top of the board. Race leader once again, but this time almost a 6-second advantage over John McMillan Jr. So even with pitting 2 laps later, Todd Cray gained about a 1.5 seconds on the pit road exchange. One heck a pit stop for that 21 machine. We'll see how it pans out. And there's the trouble for Justin Gann. He's now going to have to unlap himself from Todd Cray, but with the much fresher tires, it should be short work of the teammate. We'll see if that Tundra is tough enough to get by the Chevy Power. Back to one of the battles on track. Let's go back here. Lee Campbell, race leader for a good little, was about a 10 lap run there. Was sitting inside of the top 3 prior to coming to pit road. Looking at the pit times, doesn't look like he's really far off, just about a second slower than McGregor, who is now sitting in that 3rd and final podium position. So now with drivers eyeballing hitting pit road right around lap number 90, they're gonna then have to extend their fuel run. There's Justin Gann may be working this thing backwards. May have elected to take his long run at the start. Come back with fresher tires. Be able to abuse them a little bit. We're going to see how it all pans out, how it plays out here. Starting at the front of the field, your race leader showing the way. Todd Cray out front, leading once again here in the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. Man sitting in second, all the way back here, just coming out of turn number 1 through the dog leg and back across the stripe. The Canadian sponsored number 15 machine, John McMillan Jr., looking to have a solid night. Number 71 Caterpillar Silverado sitting in the final spot on the podium, sitting in that 3rd position, up 2 spots from where he qualified here tonight. Tom McGregor having a solid night, looking to finish off that championship run. Close the door on the cutoff races. A good finish. McGregor sits in 3rd. We'll see how the rest of his night pans out. How about this John Deere 00 machine of Nick Hunt? He's got some company behind him, but let's not make any mistake about it. Nick Hunt looking at racing in Texas with an opportunity for a championship. You better not let him in, boys. I'm telling you, he's going to be one to watch at that John Deere Sim Magic 00 machine. And how about the man behind him? We talked about him earlier here tonight. Lee Campbell behind the wheel. That Goodyear sponsored number 14 machine, the New York native, looking to get the job done. Down south, is he already eyeballing next week's championship race at Texas Motor Speedway. We'll figure it out at that point. For now, Campbell will sit in fourth. And rounding out your top five, the Virginia Beach native. He's been the fastest as of late. He's been the guy that the fields had to measure themselves about. Right, when it comes to the consistent top 10s, when it comes to the consistent top 5s, and even really with the race wins. The winning percentage for Justin Gann, 27%. An amazing percentage there. Showing up, looking to show out. Kenner Performance Motorsports Truck Series Pole Award winner. Find a way back to the front. Much different strategy. Is lap number 60 going to go on the board? That's a little bit. With driver highlights and spotlights, the 82 of Jerry Cochran Jr. sitting back in that 6th position. There you can see Jerry working his way down the front stretch, back through the dog leg. Gaps beginning to develop throughout the field, so let's go to the action. This is the only battle on the track for the moment. Let's stay right here tuned in with Nick Hunt and Lee Campbell. They're going to work their way across the start and finish line. Lap number 61 on the board. Knocking on the door of the halfway point here tonight. Clean and green so far. One green flag pit stop behind us. And already, it seems like just a couple of laps ago we were talking about those green flag pit stops. And we're now going to look at your race leader. There you can see Todd Cray. And he's been able to, build almost a 7-second advantage. But the most important thing, if you look on the track, Justin Gann was not able to make his way by. Todd Cray was able to keep the fresh tires of Justin Gann behind him. And when I say fresh tires, I mean 10-lap fresher tires. Here at Phoenix, that is huge. And for Cray to not just keep Gann behind him, but walk away, I'll let you know how valuable that clean air is on the front end. The Silverado out front. Todd Cray continues to step away and continues to open up that race lead battle on track. Still remaining for that 3rd and 4th position. Nick Hunt and Lee Campbell going to continue to throw blows with each other right here from Phoenix Raceway. And it looks like we've had our first driver with trouble. Todd McGregor with issues and on pit lane. The 71 Caterpillar machine gonna have some problems here. It looks like he's gonna fall multiple laps down, and that's gonna spell trouble for his hopes to finish off the championship chase heading into Texas on a high note. McGregor gonna have to dig deep next week when we go championship racing. So let's jump around a little bit more. Where is, tell you what, let's go to, can we go to John Jr.? See, this is why y'all are the best in the business. Ask and you receive. There you see off of the corner. A little bit of contact with that outside wall. John McMillan Jr. just not able to close in on Cray, but not because of lack of pace. We're going to look at the timing and scoring charts. Last time around, Todd Cray, 28:13. McMillan Jr., 28:15. So he's right there. It's just that gap has been established and really just unable to do much of anything with it. We're going to head back once again. The battle begins to brew once more. And couldn't ask really for better weather when it comes to producing horsepower for racing than under the lights here at Phoenix Raceway. Track temperature still under 100 degrees. As a matter of fact, let's double check that, guys. Let's get that weather report. There you can see track temperature still under 90 degrees. Ambient air temperature under 90 as well. Fans in the stands loving the cool night here tonight in Arizona. And I know what some of y'all are thinking. Cool night, Dave, that says 80, what was it, 80, 84, 88, something like that. Well, for these gentlemen under the lights, it's, you know, we're running around the 8:30, 9 o'clock time. So, I mean, if you're a local, you're loving the weather. If you ain't from Arizona, you better have a bottle of water. All I'm going to say. Hydrate. Beautiful for you. Battle heating up as the number 5 machine of Gary May now into the mix. Not a battle for position with that 5 machine, who is one lap down. May just looking for some track position here. Much fresher tires for that 5 machine. And you can see utilizing them to his advantage. Unlike his counterpart, Justin Gann, who was unable to work his way around Todd Gray and put himself back on the lead lap. McMillan Jr. once again going to be the first driver to time to pit lane from inside of your top 5, the 15 to pit road. That's going to put this battle between Nick Hunt and Lee Campbell, what was a battle for third, now a battle for second, but it looks like Hunt may have I don't want to say walk, well, there it is, much bigger. You have now about a 15 truck length advantage. Nick Hunt securely into second. So our second round of green flag pit stops now underway. Looks like Todd McGregor's night has been officially declared over the crew pushing that 71 machine back to the hauler. John McMillan Jr. long stay on pit road. Oh, no trouble for McMillan Jr. And looking at the last time McMillan Jr. came to pit road, and oh, the double O is going to come to pit lane. Nick Hunt going to pull the trigger, and he's going to head to pit road. Todd Gray just behind him there. You can see race leader Todd Gray right behind that double O of Hunt, running in third. Justin Gann going to now get himself back onto the lead lap, but put himself right into that third position. Let's go out here with the Goodyear 14 machine. Lee Campbell looks to reclaim the top spot once again. Begin to pad his back pocket with a handful of laps led here from Phoenix Raceway. Just past the halfway point here tonight. Second round of green flag pit stops underway for a majority of this field. Now it's going to be interesting. There you can see Justin Gann 9 seconds behind Lee Campbell. Only 4 lap fresher tires for Gann. 0.2 of a second faster last time around was Gann. So we'll see how quickly he can close that distance. We'll see how fast Gann can eat the gap up. But more importantly, looking at this right now, Justin Gann is only about 4 seconds in front. Yeah, right about 4 seconds in front of Todd Cray. So Gann may be in danger of falling 2 laps down when he hits pit road for the final time here tonight. Interesting things unfolded here tonight in the, well, would you call that the Midwest or would you call that the Southwest? Let's go roll with the Southwest deserts of Arizona here in Avondale, Arizona for the Sun Devil 150. Sun has set. The nightlife has begun. Championship racing just around the corner. If you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Let them know you enjoy the content week in, week out, all the racing action. It's not about just tonight here at Phoenix Raceway. What about 3 weeks ago when we were at Las Vegas? Or what about when we were at New Hampshire Motor Speedway? Great racing action week in, week out. We're going to cap it all off. In a big way, they do everything big down in Texas. We're going to have championship night next Monday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And as always, week after week, big shout out to Cousin Jess out there in the chat. One of our dedicated fans, friends, and family here, rooting on her favorite drivers. So with all that being said, again, if you haven't already, show these Performance Motorsports Truck Series drivers some love and appreciation. Be sure before you go to drop them that thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe and smash the bell over there on the right-hand side, getting notified anytime we go live here. Well, there's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So there again, before you go here tonight, let these drivers know you got their back and show them a little love by dropping that thumbs up. Definitely on the downhill side of things here tonight under the lights at Phoenix Raceway. More than halfway here tonight in the Sun Devil 150 for the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. Final cutoff race before the championship. 11 weeks of racing action culminating at a chance to walk away from here with a shot for the big boy hardware, for all the marbles, all the chips, however you want to monologue it up. Still a little bit cloudy on who is going to make it and who will not, but I can assure you Mike Rominger, the number 9 ChevyAccessories.com Silverado, Mike Rominger, his championship hopes and dreams come to an end here tonight. The number 57 Tide truck of John Wimbish, previous race winner John Wimbish, going to victory lane one time this season, but his championship is going to fall short as well. So there you have it. That's at least 2 of your 12 eliminated. Can Jerry Cochran Jr. or Gary May find a way to get enough to work their way in. Bailey Dutton, Jerry Cochran III, not the field here tonight. Will their absence be enough for one of these drivers on the outside looking in to sneak their way in? You can see Todd Cray making his way back to the point. Back to the race lead, and he did it before Campbell or Gann came to pit lane. And this is the trouble with the strategy. This is the trouble with that long run. Or with that long pit strategy. Long run stretching the field. You now still have to come to pit lane. You're already 3 seconds behind the race leader. You're going to give up a lap. Maybe 2. More importantly, you've only been able to stretch this thing about 45 to 50 laps on fuel. Justin Gann a little bit closer on that fuel window to make it with just this final stop. But it looks like that 14, it looks like he may still have to make a third pit stop here tonight. No shadow of a doubt. Todd Cray gonna have to come to pit lane. And he's gonna have to come to pit lane here, I would say, in about the next 20 laps. 20 laps. What do you say? Anybody want to make a bet? We ain't DraftKings, but you know. Extended fuel runs and pit cycles have stretched the field out here tonight. Todd Cray out front, showing the way 9 3/4 of a second. Make that 10 seconds out front. You want a 10-second truck? You got it. That ain't what they meant, but Todd Cray will take it. Absolute domination here tonight. Cray took the race lead back at around lap number 10. Has yet to look back, only giving up the race lead to come to pit road for 4 fresh good years in fuel. Todd Cray, definitely a problem. And have they, more importantly, have they awoken a sleeping giant? Todd Cray's numbers so far this season: 80% finishing rate inside of the top 10, 50% finishing rate inside of the top 5. Out of the 10 races he has started, he has finished inside of the top 5 times, 2 of those times being race wins, 8 times inside of the top 10. He has merely been shut out of pit lane. And when I say shut out, still 2 race wins. Nothing shabby. Right? That's nothing to be disappointed about. But over the course of 6 seasons with the Swift and the Performance Motorsports Truck Series, we've come to become accustomed to Todd Cray walking away 3-4, 5 wins in a season. Comfortable, charismatic, almost cocky strut through the garage. The past 2 seasons we've seen a little bit more subdued Todd Cray. Flashes of greatness still there, and moments like tonight remind his fellow Truck Series drivers that he is still a problem. that he is still a guy that if you're going to want to call yourself one of the best truck series drivers here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator, if you're looking to be considered as top tier, as top echelon, you're going to have to bring your A game, because ain't nothing better gonna beat him. Clip it. Save it. I said it. Now less than 50 laps to go. Todd Crane should be hitting pit road here in about, I would say, about the next 9 laps or so. There it is, Justin Gann to pit road. Gann to pit road for what could be his final stop of the night. But now only your top 2 left on the lead lap. Nick Hunt, the 00, John Deere machine, but we can see him working his way out of turn number 3. Back down the front stretch and into turn number 1, or through the dog leg, we should say. The Sim Magic John Deere sponsored Silverado sitting in second, 25 seconds back. We'll see if we can't get a glimpse of the race leader behind him. There you can see Justin Gann. There's Todd Crane way back in the distance, just coming into the camera's view. And this is big for Justin Gann right here. Right, let's go back to, can we get back to Todd Crane? Can we go back to an onboard now? Can we get inside the cockpit? There you can see Justin Gann just out front. That's that black and red truck just out the windshield of your race leader, Todd Crane. Gann able to keep himself just 1 lap down. Very key. We're going to remember this moment here, lap 103. Gann pitted for the final time and was able to keep himself 1 lap down. We'll see how it pans out, how it plays out. Still yet to make a final green flag pit stop. Race leader Todd Crane. No man's land. As far as the timing and scoring charts, you can see over there on the left-hand side of your screen, absolute pure domination here tonight. 26.25 seconds in front of his closest competitor, Nick Hunt, with just about a lap to catch up. We're eyeballing the speeds last time around. Justin Gann. We'll see if the lap times change any further. 28.24 for Gann, 28.17 for Todd Crane. So Crane, even with fresher tires, has the pace. Or older tires. Gann with the fresh tires and just not able to make the pace. There we go. Now Gann looking to the inside of Nick Hunt. That's going to be a battle for track position. And now with clean air out in front of him, this is a big moment. Justin Gann has absolutely got to go hammer down here. This is where he can gain that time. Gary Mayo, a bit of a ways up the racetrack in front of him. He's got to put down some fast laps, and he's got to build that gap to Crane. You got to open that up. Looking for race leader Todd Crane to come to pit road right around that lap 115 mark. We'll see if that's when he heads down pit road. Last time he came to pit lane, lap number 77, the 00 of Nick Hunt get appealed from pit road again. Going to sit in third, 1 lap down. Will he be able to leapfrog Hunt? That's going to be a telltale sign. But if he'll have enough. And there it is. Indeed going to have enough. Now Todd Crane's got him covered. He got him covered. 40 laps to go next time around, and Todd Crane has the entire field. At least one lap down. I don't know what you're saying. Well, Dave, we've got green flag pit stops underway. Cray extended the run, and now he's on pit road. Very different strategy for this 30 machine. He's already sitting in second. Just now into the box as the right sides go up and on. Crew gonna drop the jack into the left side. Left side goes in the air. Todd Cray looking to work his way off of pit lane. Long ways around. Here comes Justin Gann. Cray off of the pit road exit and getting back up to speed. And Justin Gann will close in, but it ain't gonna be enough. Valiant effort and an amazing shot, right? We talked about it in the pre-race. We talked about it a little bit when we thought we seen what Gann was going for. And I still got to give him the tip of the cap. He went out there and tried something different. You're losing speed, you're losing pace. You can't continue to do what you're doing. You gotta try something different. And unfortunately, just didn't quite work out for Gann. Doesn't look that 30 was meant to finish at the top of the speed charts and in victory lane here tonight. So Justin Gann may have to settle for second, but that's not all but guaranteed yet. You can see lurking in the background. How about the run here by Jerry Cochran Jr., the 82 machine? The final podium position here tonight, closing in on just about 30 laps to go. Seeing at about 35 laps remaining here tonight. A lot going on here at Phoenix Raceway. You're watching the Sun Devil 150. Fastest lap of the race going to be turned in last time around. Todd Cray, 27:04, and if he was holding back, he has unleashed the beast. And again, whatever they did over the holiday weekend, you don't want to poke the bear, and I think somebody has awoken the sleeping giant. Todd Cray in dominating fashion here tonight. Absolutely. Killing it. So right around the corner from 30 laps remaining here tonight. Biggest story is, will Todd Cray lap the entire field? We're going to look at this thing from an objective standpoint, right? Lap 119 on the board. There you can see Cray all over the rear deck lid of the 00 of Nick Hunt, running in that fourth position. Less than 3 seconds in front of Hunt sits the 82 of Jerry Cochran Jr., who is sitting in the final podium position. Justin Gand, not too much further in front of them. About 2 seconds separate all three of those drivers as well as your race leader. So could Todd Gray possibly lap the entire field? And sure, you might say, well, easy feat. There's only 11 drivers in the field, and half of them are out of the race already. It's a mile racetrack. It's Phoenix Raceway. First and foremost, we've been clean and green all night long. No trouble, no cautions here tonight from Phoenix Raceway. That's number one. No pit road penalties here tonight. That's number two. Just pure speed from this 21. Nick Hunt was able to take over that third and final podium position here, but Todd Gray feasting on this field here in Phoenix. Gant says he wants nothing to do with it. Nick Hunt gonna take over second and try his hands at keeping the fast Todd Gray behind him, but I think Gray may just move him out of the way. Well, we see a little bit of contact here. Bragging rights at stake. We have not seen a dominating performance like this all season long. We've seen some dominating finishes. We've had some amazing races. But with 25 laps to go, and there it is. There's the pass. Down on the inside, Todd Gray gonna cut the dog leg, and he will put the entire field one lap down. Sheesh. Gray absolutely dominated here tonight from Phoenix Raceway, and could it be a preview of the things to come? We still got one night of truck racing action to bring you next Monday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Mark it on your calendars, or better yet, with that fancy little bell over there on the right-hand side, you'll get a notification anytime we go live, whether it's myself or anyone else back at the headquarters. Great racing action coming at you live 7 days a week. But if you're looking for championship night, 8 p.m. Eastern next Monday night, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we're going to do it big down in Texas. Get some of that Andy's frozen custard while we're there, man. Have you? If you go to Texas, you gotta get some Andy's. You gotta. It's like going out. It's like going out west and having In-N-Out, right? It's just one of those things. Just like if you go to Kansas City, you're probably gonna have some barbecue. You come down here, in the South, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, you're gonna get yourself a little bit of barbecue as well. It's like going to Florida and eating seafood. You know what I mean? Like going to New Hampshire, going to Maine, and having lobster, right? I mean, it's one of the things. And you know what? We were just off on a tangent there. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but nonetheless, I digress, and we move on. Battle starting to develop here. Jerry Cochran Jr. looks like he may want to keep that third position away from Justin Gann. The bearded sponsored number 82 machine looking for his first podium finish of this season. Can the 82 get it done? A little bit of right side damage down both the 30 machine as well as that 82. So some contact with the outside wall at some point. Jerry Jr. looks to the inside for a moment, thinks better of it. He's going to keep it out to the high side, and again will pull away. Mechanical problems and electrical issues of Red Weapon. Yeah, sometimes you cook the engines a little bit too much horsepower here. Cool night in the desert. In cool night, relatively speaking. I mean, last time we checked, the ambient air temperature was 86 degrees. Track temperature was under 90 degrees still. And to pit road, Jerry Cochran Jr. going to have to hit pit lane. That's going to give up the fight there. Jerry Cochran Jr. to pit lane. We had some engine troubles here tonight from both Don Kidder and Andy Starcher. Larry Poling unable to find what the issues were when the starter unable to get his machine fired off as well. So right off the bat, 3 drivers were out of tonight's race before they could hit the starting grid. Todd McGregor, heavy contact with the outside wall, messes up the toe link. And he's going to call it a night as well. John McMillan Jr. Engine popping on McMillan Jr. right around, I believe it was right around lap number 70. He limped around for a handful more laps before calling it a day. That left us with just 6 drivers on the track. Jerry Cochran Jr., our latest driver to run out of fuel. He's going to be listed 2 laps down as Todd Craig continues to walk away from the field. There you can see Craig out front. A lap advantage plus more. Catastrophe is going to have to strike. What a big question here. Last time Todd Craig was on pit road was lap 110. He's been hitting pit road about 37 laps into a run. That's only 147. Hasn't he been saving any fuel out front? The way he ran down Gannon Hunt, I don't think he's saving fuel. Last time around at 28:03 from Todd Craig, so he is turning in qualifying speed laps. There is no holding back. There is no reeling in the reins for that thoroughbred. Todd Craig on it out front, 12 to go this time by. Taking a look now at that number 5 machine as he works his way off of the corner exit back across the stripe, trying to reel in yet another position. Quite a ways to go, about 12 seconds to make up. He's going to want to pick up a podium finish here tonight. Gary May sitting in that 4th position, 2.5 seconds back. Sorry, we apologize, 2.5 seconds back. And make that more. Lee Camp on the 14 Goodyear sponsored Silverado. He's going to hit pit lane. So we do have some late race pit stops going on here. Interesting to see if race leader Todd Craig, who we know has not been saving fuel, does he have enough to get to the end? Or will he have to hit pit road again? We believe Nick Hunt Justin Gann and Gary May should be able to make it the distance. Given the fuel runs that they've had and the pace that they've given themselves over this final green flag run, it looks like they've got enough to get to the end. Question is Todd Craig going to end up 3 laps short? Less than 10. Can Todd Craig reel it in? Does he have enough fuel to get to the end there? You can see Nick Hunt. I would say Hunt is probably the only hope to steal the checkered flag, and that's with Todd Craig running out of fuel. Coming down, getting a splash of gas. We'll see. It works out. 14 of Campbell, 50 seconds on an off-pit road. 10 seconds stationary in the box for fuel. Todd Craig showing I promise I can talk. No signs of stopping. No signs of shopping. No signs of stopping here. He'll come around. Get the high five from the boss man at the flag stand. We're going to have 5 laps remaining here tonight from Phoenix Raceway. It's the final cutoff in the championship chase. We will set the grid with 8 drivers vying for the championship trophy next Monday night at Texas Motor Speedway. 4 miles of racing remain in front of your race leader, Todd Craig. Started outside pole position, now sitting in the top spot. Can Craig finish it off? We'll find out with 4 to go. Last time around, race leader 2840. Hunt and Gann with 2890 and 2880. No signs of stopping or slowing. For that 21 machine, we're going to see popsicle sticks on display this time by 2 to go from Phoenix Raceway. One mile of truck racing action remains here tonight from Phoenix Raceway in the Sun Devil 150 for the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. We'll cross the line. White flag flies as we've got the Swift 1 to go here in the Sun Devil 150. Todd Craig back already through the corner. Looking at a good, solid finish here to his championship run. Just one more corner down into turn number 3, and that's gonna do it for this man right here. As Gann gonna lip to the finish. Todd Craig will cross the line as your race winner once again. Gonna dominate the field here tonight. Todd Craig walks away with his 3rd win on the season. Nick Hunt going to finish in 2nd, with Gary May finishing out your podium here tonight from Phoenix Raceway. That man just dominating night here tonight for that 21 machine. So as he enjoys his cool down laps, he gets ready to bring it to the front stretch for all the fans in the stands to enjoy a great photo opportunity. We'll look for the smoke show as we get set and ready to go to your post-race show. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Head back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's Sun Devil 150. Dominating performance for your race winner, but first we're going to grab some of our podium drivers here tonight. Let's see if we can dial up and grab a man that we've had a hard time getting a hold of. We're going to get a chance to speak to him here tonight behind the wheel of that number 5 machine, walking away with the third and final podium spot here tonight. Gary, it's Dave. You got a copy? Man, I'm doing good. How you doing? How you feeling after walking away with a? I believe this is going to be your first podium of the season. Well, it's coming on towards the end of season number 6. I know you would have liked it a little bit sooner, but walking away with a good finish here tonight at a mile track. We're heading to Texas next week. I believe we're going to be back under the lights. Does this give you any confidence moving forward into next week's race?
Yes, sir. I mean, why not? I mean, I think I'm gonna make the top 8, and you know, those top 8 will be running for the championship. It'll be whoever wins the race, and yeah, I'll take a top 3 before the championship race. That's got to give you confidence.
Well, you mentioned it yourself. We were gonna mention that just right here. You came into tonight's race with still that hope, still that opportunity that you may be able to make it into that top eight. It looks like with this podium finish, you may have. We don't have those final standings for you, so I don't want to jump the gun just yet. But tonight this may be fueling that fire, as we said, for next week's action. So before we let you go and we can let you get down to the team and figure out whether or not you made it or not, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Justin and Swift Motorsports. It's actually it's a great league. I've been running it for a while. Also to the admin Andy and Don. Uh, Also my team Performance. Uh, Shout out to also my buddy Nick, my teammate, and also my company AB Nation, and of course my wife.
Well, bud, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight. Congratulations on not getting hit over the head with a frying pan, man. You're supposed to thank the wife first. You're supposed to get that out the way. No, I'm just kidding, just joking, having a little fun with you, Gary. One of the staples here with Swift in Performance. So we hope to see you on a podium once again next week at Texas. We'll see how the championship playoff picture is for you when we enter next Monday night. But until then, my friends, stay safe and keep it fast.
All right, Dave, you have a good night.
All right, there you go. Final words for the man that walks away third here tonight. Gary May, first podium finish on the season. Maybe getting a little bit of a hot shoe. Coming down to the end of the season, and we're going to now bring in his Performance Motorsports teammate, the man that has us singing songs all season long, behind the wheel of that double O John Deere Sim Magic Machine. Nick, how you feeling, bud?
Well, feeling pretty good tonight. Got a little lucky here and did good finish. So
Well, man, we were hoping that you would, when I said, how you feeling, I was hoping just by some chance you'd start singing, She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy, but it's okay. And it's a little joke for myself. Every time I see your
it's
car, I think of the
John
song.
Deere Green. That's right.
I can't help it. Nonetheless, man, heck of a season for you. You came into tonight's race, not necessarily comfortably into that top eight, but with that opportunity, with a good night here tonight to run for the championship next week. Second place here tonight. You're in that championship hunt. How you feeling about Texas?
Well, Texas is my home track, so I ought to do. I'm supposed to do good there, right?
I mean, supposed to. I mean, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't know either. We'll see. Some of these guys are extremely fast, Todd and Justin, man, they're just, you know, blow us away. So I just do the best I can, hang on.
Well, man, it's been a heck of a season for you. This is going to be your, I believe, your sixth top 10, your, I believe, second or third top five. So a solid season for you. Nothing to hang your head about. Solid run here tonight to pick up second position. Get a little bit of momentum moving forward into the championship week. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
Well, of course, we want to say thank you to Swift Motorsports, with Justin Gann, Don Keeter, Andy Starcher. First off, uh, turn three, want to thank y'all for sticking with us doing this. So, and just, I always appreciate all the drivers racing clean and enjoy having a good time with them. So, good group of guys.
Well, Nick, we enjoy seeing you and your tractor out there week in and week out. Whether anybody else says it or not, I absolutely love when I get to talk about you. Like, seriously, go back week after week and you'll find yourself and you'll find me talking about you all the time. But nonetheless, hell of a season for you. We'll see how the championship night treats you down in Texas. You got to do it big down there. You're from there. You know the moniker. You know the saying. So, we'll see how you go. Until then, my friend, stay safe and keep it fast.
All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
There it is. Final parting words from Nick Hunt from the second position, and we're going to slide right on along into victory lane for the man that needs no introduction. You know him by name, you know him by number. Picking up his third win on the season here, Todd Gray back in victory lane. Man, did they poke the bear or something? What did they do to you?
Oh man, we're having fun with the guys there, and we're getting down to the end. The guys know. I mean, it's unfortunate Bailey didn't make it in tonight. Yeah, he would have definitely provided some more fun out there. But yeah, me and Justin took off, and I thought, we were just gonna duke it out the whole night. And once I got to him and got around him, I think he was a little quiet on a strategy tonight, so I really didn't know what was going on early. And then by the time I realized, it was too late. So I do what I do, and sometimes, most of the time, it bites me. But every once in a while, yeah, it paid off. And I just couldn't see myself going like 50, 50, and 50, running like 3/4 throttles and stuff like that. It's just not my style. And yeah, it definitely paid off. And yeah, get ready for next week.
Yeah, you're definitely one of the drivers that we ain't worried about you saving fuel. I don't think you have a fuel saving bone in your body, to be honest.
Nah.
But you act a little bit modest, and I love that. But don't get me wrong here. I mean, still this season, this is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, your ninth top 10, your sixth top 5, your third win on the season. It's not like these guys have had your number all season and you just came out here and walked the dog. You've been quick week in and week out. Showing up to show out. You going to show up in Texas? How you feeling, man?
Actually, I'm glad to hear we're at Texas, honestly. I ran all last week at Texas in the ARCA car. So I've got a lot of laps in the ARCA car. Some similarities. So, I'll get out there and see how the truck feels. And, Jess is watching me. I know I got to bring my A game next week. Tonight's fun, but yeah, next week we're all going to be, really going for it. So it's going to be fun. Like I said, all the guys we race with here, who's left here, are all good guys. So everybody's respectful, and Bailey be back. He flies. Justin won't make the same mistake twice. So next week's going to be tough, but it's what it's all about.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of infighting for that championship trophy with 4 of your teammates, man.
I know we might have to be in separate rooms next week. I don't know.
Yeah, y'all might be fighting on pit road. I don't know. It's going to be a hell of a night, I'll tell you that.
It's going to be a slugfest, man. That's what it's all about, And
absolutely.
we all make each other better, man. We all make each other faster, and sometimes I don't have the strategy down, so I listen in, see what the guy, Hopefully they don't push me out of the room next week. Nah, they won't. But like I said, it's a fun group to race with, and it's going to be a challenge next week. Some good guys there that, it's basically going. It's a little different when you got like 30 guys on the track. A lot of different things can happen. This actually makes it harder. Knowing you're probably not going to get the caution, knowing you better manage the tires, knowing you better get the fuel right. It actually makes it a more difficult race for Todd Cray, but that's what Todd Cray likes. So we're ready to go.
Well, man, it seems like you like these post-race shows. You seem to find your way to them, so you know what we do up here. We're going to step back and Mike, cheers.
Don't have much going on tonight, man. Cousin Jess and Trixie, Team Trixie. We'll shout out to them, and, she's ready for next week. Swift Motorsports, everybody here that puts the show on, Turn 3 Racing Network. Who do we got here? Premier Racing Setups. I see some good stuff about them. Trackcams, yeah, providing cameras for tonight. Pretty cool. Appreciate everything you do, and hopefully next week we'll be having the same conversation, talking about a championship. One more Swift plaque at the house. That's what Todd's looking for.
We'll see if you can't put the crown jewel in your hands next week when the Performance Motorsports Truck Series Championship is on the line. But until then, my friend, as always, stay safe and keep it fast.
All right, Dave. Have a good night, buddy. Thank you.
All right, there it is. Todd Cray, win number 3 on the year. He's going to pull even with his teammate Justin Gann, still one behind Bailey Dutton, their other teammate. Jerry Cochran, the third, with a race win in his back pocket, too. You're going to have to watch out for him. Look for him to be fast next week at Texas, but it was all about Todd Cray here tonight The Sun Devil 150 from Phoenix Raceway. Win number 3 on the season, and Cray dominates this field. Absolute domination here tonight. Crazy good. And producers hitting those buttons in the background. You know the sounds. You know it's time for us to run down tonight's unofficial race results in the Sun Devil 150, brought to you by Performance Motorsports Truck Series in partnership with Swift Airs Eye Racing Paints, as well as Butt Kicker. The future is feeling. Walking away with the top spot, checkered flag in hand, behind the wheel of that monochrome number 21 machine, Todd Cray parks in victory lane. Nick Hunt gonna come home in second, with Gary May finishing out your podium drivers. Performance Motorsports Truck pole sitter Justin Gann gonna fall deep in the field, switch strategies, to somehow find his way to finish in 4th. Jerry Cochran Jr. with a solid top 5 here tonight, followed up by Lee Campbell. John McMillan Jr. in 7th, with Todd McGregor, Andy Starcher, Don Kidder, and Larry Pulling finishing out the 11 truck field here tonight from Phoenix Raceway. It's all done. It's all over. Championship action coming at you next. Monday night, we're going to crown a Season 6 champion right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. As always, if you haven't, before you go, don't forget to join us in that continued push to 4,000 subscribers. Show these drivers love. Drop the thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself or anyone else. Back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're sliding in to say hey, or you are one of our dedicated fans, friends, family, or one of our many different sponsors across our many different leagues and series. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So as we get ready to cut off the lights and roll up the cords, championship action at Texas. We're going to follow up tonight's race with a doubleheader, back in action tomorrow night for the Swift MotorSports Airs Eye Racing Paints Xfinity Series right here from Phoenix. We'll see you there. Until next time, our friends, stay safe, stay loved, and we'll meet you in Turn 3.